When the outside don't make sense no more. It don't make sense. Common sense has walked out the door.
What's going on here?
Don't freak out. Come hang out with the cool, calm collective.
Hello, people of the world. You are now tuned into the Cool Calm Collective podcast, episode 3. My name is Mark.
I'm Naomi.
And I'm Raph.
For all those joining for the first time today, welcome. And for those returning, welcome back. With this podcast, we hope to give you, the listener, a fresh perspective on the topics we discuss every episode. And we're eager to develop a community where we can start discussions about life and this new normal we're currently faced with.
We have a special guest joining us for today's episode. We're going to be discussing the pandemic situation in the Philippines.
Our guest is the frontman of the rock band Manila Under Fire, which is based in Manila in the Philippines. If you guys want to follow him or the band on social media, please go to @Manila Under Fire and @gabdog_ on Instagram. So that's GABDAWG_. And just follow him out. Please welcome Gabdog.
Yo! What's up, everybody?
What's up, man?
Gabdog, and,
How are you feeling today?
I'm from Philippines. What?
How are you feeling? How are you feeling, sir?
Oh, I'm feeling good. Lately, I've been, discovering a lot for myself with the whole pandemic thing going on. So, yeah. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
I have no complaints.
Yes, we're good. We're good here, baby. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much
That's
for being
good
on
to
our show today, Gabdog.
Okay, so let's
So should
start
we get
with
started? So to start, we'll just go over some of the stuff we've heard about the Philippines already, and some of it is pretty crazy. According to ITV, Rodrigo Duterte, who is the president in the Philippines, has sanctioned the use of lethal force for anyone who doesn't obey the lockdown measures, and violators of the lockdown could face being shot by police or the military. They say that the restrictions have made it hard to get food, and many families are now having to rely on food rations.
Damn.
Which, that's really sad to hear.
Like they're passing, the government's passing food
I think,
to
food
lines.
rations, yeah.
I think I was able to see lines of this in the Philippines.
Yeah.
How about you, Gabby? Have you seen these rations being given out to the people?
Well, as for me, I just want to be totally honest with it. You'd really see and differ which class, which social class
Yeah.
needs that more.
Mm.
So, me, I'm well off. I'm comfortable. My life is comfortable. So, I don't know. I've seen in the news that there were lines in some sort of food banks stationed here in the Philippines. And as for the frontliners, they're being given their proper rations as well for free, of course.
that's
If
good.
the government doesn't do that, then they're freaking crazy. So for me, the food banks are definitely real. It's just that I don't want to enjoy them because others need it more.
That's good, that's good.
That's good. Have you seen anyone walking around with guns and military on the streets or anything like that?
You know what's funny? Just right outside of our village gate, because I'm a house near our village gate. So if I look outside the gate, you'd see 4 soldiers
Wow.
stationed
Damn.
directly
Shit.
outside of my village
That's scary.
with
That's scary.
M16s and stuff. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
M16.
No, but it's okay. You just gotta give them some morning bread and coffee. They're good.
Yeah. Filipino
Morning
hospitality
bread.
rare.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. According to the diplomat, Duterte has been granted temporary emergency powers by the Philippine Congress. These powers include provisions about false information regarding the crisis, aka fake news. And people who spread information that the government deems as false can get a jail sentence of up to 2 months and a fine of up to 1 million pesos, which is around 16,000 pounds.
That's
Damn.
so high. That's too much, I think, for
16.
information.
Ooh.
Wait. So if you spread information about the government, that's bad?
No, I think it's information about the pandemic that the government thinks is not factual. So if it's
Oh,
fake news, if the
disruptive.
government
Okay.
just deems it to be fake news, then you might get that fine or get in jail for 2 months,
Okay.
up to 2 months, or
All right. Have you seen any of this, Gabby? This fake news going around the Philippines?
Well, just from what you told me, it's fake news because I haven't heard of anything like that having,
Okay.
monetary rewards. The Philippines would go crazy for that 1 million pesos.
wait,
If
I
that
don't,
was
I
true,
don't
but
think, I
I
don't
don't
think you
think
get
it
a
is true.
reward. I don't think you get a reward.
No,
I think it's like a fine.
It's a fine. It's a fine from the
penalty.
government.
Oh, it's a fine? I
Yeah.
thought it's like a reward.
No, it's not a reward. It's not a reward.
Okay, for the fine, I don't know. I haven't seen. But you know what's funny? If they catch you without a quarantine pass, because quarantine pass you only get one per family. So if they catch you outside without a quarantine pass, the guard are gonna hold you for a whole afternoon, and you're gonna be doing jumping jacks,
Wow.
push-ups, and other stuff
Military
like that. And they
training.
even ask you to clean the freaking street.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead. Nothing
What?
bad with that.
That's
No,
crazy.
a little
is
jail
crazy.
time.
that's crazy. That's
Wow.
crazy.
So wait, this
Yeah,
this
that's, that's the punishment. What?
this what was it? Quarantine pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Oh yeah, it's a piece of paper. Everybody can freaking print it out. But it has. I'm not that type of guy. So, they have serial numbers,
Okay.
and you gotta put your name. And then if you're gonna go out the gate, they're gonna be just like this morning. I had a really bad time with the guard. Anyway, he asked for my quarantine pass, and then I showed it. Here it is, and he asked for an ID because it
What?
wasn't my name on the quarantine
Oh,
pass.
Okay, I see.
Wow.
But how can it be
So
your
he
name?
no, that's the thing. He can make like duplicates and stuff.
I see, I
but
see.
there's only one registered. There's only one registered
Oh,
person
okay.
who has an official quarantine pass. So yeah.
Oh, so one
Welcome to the
one per
Philippines.
household gets the quarantine pass. Only
Yeah.
one. So only
Yes.
one person can go
Yes.
out at all.
So I'm
That's
assuming if
I have a
um,
question. For all of those, for all of those affected with the pandemic, do you think they have this one quarantine pass per family, gimmick going on?
No, we don't have that here.
No,
There's
not in
pass.
England.
You go out. It's more like they do. Before we could go out just once a day per person for exercise or getting some essential things, but they didn't have a pass or anything. They didn't check. So yeah, that's weird for us.
Oh,
I think they're more strict with maintaining. No. In the UK, they're more strict with maintaining social distancing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
that's
big
true.
thing,
In
yeah.
stores,
Oh, okay.
stores.
at least that's acceptable. I mean, I don't mind this whole quarantine thing anyway,
Yeah,
but
that's
we'll
true.
get to that later.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, one of the craziest things or stories that we've heard is that one official in the Philippines actually forced a group of people, including 2 minors, into a dog cage for violating curfew. Yeah, it's crazy. According to Fox News, the official threatened to shoot the offenders if they don't get into the dog cage. And then they posted a picture of them inside the cage to Facebook. Needless to say, this official is now facing charges after that event.
Wow, that's
Whoa,
crazy.
damn, that's
I don't know.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Have you
That's
heard of that?
unbelievable.
Have you heard of that, Gabby?
Gabby, have you heard of the dog cages?
Yo, I've heard about that and I've seen the photos, but I don't think the person really got apprehended.
Really?
It's not really a big deal here in the Philippines if that happens. It could be like a neighborhood joke or something. But
Wow.
Yeah, I get what
understand.
he's saying.
understand.
I've seen that.
It's kind of like,
it's not a big deal.
I understand.
it's like public shaming.
That's what I feel about it. But I know it's real.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the difference, isn't it? Because here, if somebody did that here, that would be. I mean, they just wouldn't be able to do that here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh
it
yeah,
just
they're gonna.
depends.
Where's my human rights?
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
have rights.
Yeah.
all right. Well, what do you what is life like in the Philippines right now during lockdown, Gabby?
Um, you know what? I've noticed everybody's starting to sell their best recipe online. You
Oh,
know, this guy
selling the
made the best
recipe.
tacos.
Okay.
He's now making like 50 to 100 orders a day. Or
Oh, okay.
like just like from when I was in grade school, we had these like fried dumplings that resurfaced like after many years, and they started selling it, and they get like 50 to maybe 500 orders a week and stuff
Okay.
like that. So I think everybody's making the most out of their passions right now, because the the financial industry or whatever industry that requires manpower isn't really working outside. So everybody's just focused on working on their passions right now and making the best out of it, try to come up with money out of it, especially now that employment is really bad here in the Philippines right now. Everybody's work at home. So that's a good way.
That's cool. I like that idea that people are just, selling food from their own,
From their own
it's
means,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
Duterte, right? Like they're just making the best of it. I like that.
Yeah.
And from what I see, not a lot are grieving. And it's like everybody's enjoying this.
Oh,
Everybody gets to spend time with their families while working, because that's the new normal now, at least for here.
okay.
All right.
So how do you think that Duterte, the president, is handling the pandemic, in your opinion?
Dang. Well, um, he's been you know how it's supposedly up until May 15, our lockdown here in Manila should be over and everybody gets to go back to the office, but apparently it gets extended.
Okay.
The same for me until the vaccine is out. And what I don't understand is why would our president, our Filipino president, uh, allow these pogo workers. Anybody know what a pogo worker is?
No,
No,
no.
what's a pogo worker?
Please explain.
Okay, sorry. It's these Chinese illegal immigrants that went here
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
just started throwing money here in the Philippines so that
Mm.
they could work here indefinitely. As supposedly like citizens. But anyway, they would allow those companies to operate before Filipino companies, which we do not understand.
Oh,
Yeah,
And you know
that's-
how it's a conspiracy freaking theory where this virus, from where it came from,
Mm.
you know, this is a economic attack
Yeah.
for
Well.
everybody else, and this is how we are getting affected. You
Yeah.
know,
Wow.
the Chinese gets to earn more than the Filipinos. That's the
Damn.
technique. Just like how the Chinese gave money to Italy, as
Yeah.
debt.
I-
Enter in the future.
Yes.
China is buying everybody in this economic plummet.
Well, I can't believe
that's-
they'd let Chinese pogo workers go to work before the Filipinos. I don't understand why they can't. At the same time, they can both go to work, but to have the Chinese go before, that's I
Because
understand.
they don't care.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this before, but why do they call them pogo workers? Why pogo?
I think it's like an abbreviation for something.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
Pogo
Okay.
workers. These pogo workers usually work for online casinos because casinos are illegal in China.
Mm,
Oh, I
So-
didn't
I
know
see.
that.
are
okay.
they? Oh,
Okay.
didn't know that. Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Ah, so they
Alright.
come
That's
to the
why-
Philippines and do.
All right.
casino.
Anyway, a
So they
question
can
for you,
work
sir.
as casino workers here. Yeah.
How do Filipinos generally feel towards the pandemic? Are they fearful? Are they desperate? Are they unruly? What can you
Or-
say?
Or don't they care? Or I don't
Yeah.
know.
Right. So just like what I said earlier, everybody is really enjoying it. This is
Yeah.
just on my point of view.
Yeah.
I mean, I wake up 9 p.m. and then I go to work in my workstation at 11 p.m. until 8 a.m. And then, I got 4 hours to kill after I get off the office. And, maybe try to record something because I'm already in my house.
Yeah.
The convenience is here. And I bet every person who's working at home is enjoying the benefits of this one. And I'm even thinking I don't want to go back to the office anymore,
Yeah,
but
I know what you
that's
mean.
not cool.
I feel the same way as
Right?
well. Yeah, I
Because
love
it's
being
so
at home.
convenient. The food's here. I need to go to the loo.
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
Go to the
That's
loo.
true. That's true.
So everybody's just enjoying, yeah, not really enjoying, sorry. They're shining a positive note
Yeah,
on this really, you know, this is a pandemic. This is nothing to celebrate about. But, everybody's just trying to be the
Yeah.
happiest they can be right
that's yeah. That makes sense from like what I know about Filipinos. They're very much
Yeah,
like that. So.
Filipinos are very positive. Like when there's a typhoon in the Philippines and there's like a massive flood, usually other countries would think this is a really negative thing. But in the Philippines, I see children using the flood as a swimming pool. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
excited. It's like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
time to get the bathing suit out.
All right. Okay, Gabby. Well, we want to focus on you. You mentioned that you work from home as well. So, how has the lockdown affected
Yeah.
you personally? How has it affected your ability to make and perform music?
Oh. Yeah, well, I just want to go to my, before I get on to the music, because I know it's going to go longer than this, but you know how it is to be lucky to still have a job during this pandemic.
Yeah.
And my office is so nice enough to actually deliver the whole PC to my house. And
Oh, that's
now
good.
I got, super fast internet. I got
Nice.
my workstation done. And, even though I don't like what I'm doing, a job is a job. And I can't
Amen to
really
that.
freaking complain right now.
Yeah.
I'm not a complainer. I'm going to just slap it in my face and I'm going to take it.
That's good.
I'm going to,
Good attitude.
yeah.
That's good attitude. man.
This is the cards I'm dealt with, so I'm gonna play these right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
there.
good,
Okay.
good attitude.
Now moving on to my free time.
With
Well,
music.
I still make music. Yeah, I definitely make music. It's my lifeblood. So when sometimes I want to get lost in my thoughts, and during my free time, and suddenly a melody comes in immediately because I'm already in an enclosed space. Everything that I need is within arm's reach. Like I need to record this hum before I forget about it. Bam. I can do it
Okay.
like that. And I haven't achieved this type of progress uh, with no other setup than this, where everything's already within my reach. Sometimes I would think of a really nice tune, but then, I'm roaming outside from work, going to the house. I might forget about it. So when I go back to the house, I already forgot about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
That's
now-
convenient. Yeah.
I've made like 12 songs already.
Oh,
It's
Wow.
crazy.
Nice.
It's enough for an
nice.
album. Yeah.
Quarantine album.
That is true, though. It is.
So basically,
it is good.
that's what's happening to me right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like you've had a good experience generally, really, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been doing work at home for the past few offices that I worked for. So this is nothing to me, honestly.
Okay, so besides music, what have you been doing during the pandemic?
uh, been binge watching on anime.
All right, that's good.
Guilty pleasures. Guilty
Yes,
pleasures.
guilty pleasures.
I know, yeah. Been binge watching. Honestly, I've been building. I've been trying to build my PC, and the parts are just coming one by one because of the whole pandemic and deliveries. Getting affected.
Nice.
But those are my two other hobbies outside of music for now. And of course, I like spending time with my family. And every Saturdays we have how we would enjoy Saturdays, a drink in hand with nice company. Yeah, we still do that, but
Oh, that's
with my
good.
cousins.
That's good.
That's
And I
nice.
love it. I love it.
That's good. Yeah, family time.
Okay.
Just a follow up. What are you to your fans? I guess. What anime are you watching right now?
You know what's funny? Because everybody's talking about Naruto, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't relate because it's so long, like other
Yeah, it
anime,
is
like
long.
One
It
Piece,
is long.
and then Naruto. I'm like, shit. I've already spent a week, but I'm still in season 3 and stuff like that.
But
I'm a
it-
slow watcher,
but
but
it's
whatever.
nice.
But can I just recommend some animes to whoever
Definitely.
Yeah, of course, of
Please
course.
do.
watching?
Shoot, man.
Go.
No, dude. Rise of the Shield Hero. Everybody has to watch that. it's so jam packed.
Okay.
You
I
gotta
haven't
watch
heard
that.
that before.
Rise of the Shield
Once again, that's
Hero.
Rise of the Shield Hero.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone
Okay.
watch that anime.
We'll give
We'll
it a
watch
look.
it as well,
Well, I
yeah.
will watch it after
Yes,
the
we
show.
will watch it. Yes.
Rise of the Shield.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so last question. Have you learned anything about yourself during the pandemic?
Oh, yes, a lot. Because as I mentioned earlier, I still didn't have a PC, but I always had this urge to record. I never really, I was never really that guy who handled,
Tech.
if Spider-Man was Spider-Man, he had the computer guy,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
And I was never the computer guy as well. And then I started to fiddle with a lot of tools that, you really have to buy these tools if you want to excel in something.
Yeah.
You have to really
to
invest on it.
invest,
So
right,
I
yeah.
bought this recording tool for my phone, and I started doing all these hip hop stuff, and I didn't know that I could do it. So I just, submerged myself with music like that. Especially, this is the right time for you to discover things that you didn't know you wanted and things that you didn't know that you could do.
Yeah.
So that was the thing that I submerged myself with. And apparently, if you keep on doing it every day, every single day, because there's nothing left to do, you're eventually gonna become good at it.
Amen to that,
You're gonna
brother.
become good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Practice.
know?
Practice
Practice
makes
makes
So
perfect.
that's the thing that I
Yes.
discovered. Yeah,
Nice.
practice makes perfect, and practice makes perfect sense.
Wow.
You heard it first from Gabdog.
That's an exclusive, a Cool Calm Collective exclusive.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so I think that's all we've got time for today's episode. But thank you so much to Gabdog for being on this episode.
Thank you.
Thank you,
sir.
Gabby.
Of course, thank
That
you so
was
much, guys.
insightful.
Hey Raf, have you heard about the website me17mbs.leedsnewmedia.net/coolcalmcollective?
Do you mean me17mbs.leedsnewmedia.net/coolcalmcollective? No, I have not.
What? How about you, Mark? Have you heard of it?
Yeah, it's amazing. You can listen to previous episodes of the podcast, visit the blog, and even leave a comment.
That sounds great. I think I'll have a look after the show.
Did you know that you can listen to the Cool Calm Collective podcast on SoundCloud and YouTube?
Yes, I'm definitely subscribed to all of them. I listen to them when I shower. It's the perfect combo.
Thanks for telling me this, guys. I'll make sure to share this with all my friends too. And I encourage, no, I implore our listeners to do the same.
This is the most natural conversation I've had in my life. But that's all the time we have for today. So see you next time, folks. Please don't forget to
Get some perspective.
With the Cool Calm Collective.
You can check our social media, my band's social media. It's on Facebook.com/Manila Under Fire. Once again, that's Facebook.com/Manila Under Fire. And you can also check out our YouTube. You can just search for us. It's Manila Under Fire. 2 spaces, 3 separate words. And now for our Instagram and Twitter. Oh, you don't really fucking use Twitter. So our Instagram is at Manila Under Fire. All of those, it's easy to remember. Come check it out. We got new music coming out soon. And we wish everybody safety and, hope for the best.
Okay.
Nice message.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And now we're gonna play a song from your album, God Tongue.
Is it an album?
Yeah.
No, it's a single,
It's a
right?
single.
It's a single.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
a single.
sorry.
It's a single.
My
Alright.
bad.
Yeah.
So this is Manila Under Fire's latest single,
Yes. God Tongue.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tongue Manila Under Fire.
All right. Thank you,
Alright.
everyone, for listening.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
クールカームコレクティブ